Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mega Scorchers, the main phase, your weekly source for all trading card game goodness. I am Mac19, host and producer of the show. I am joined by these asshats this week. Yes, you're asshats now.
It's good to see you're feeling better.
How dare you insult us immediately? Yes, I am feeling better than from last week, which is good.
I'm glad to hear that. Matt's just mad that Birthing Pod got hit. That's it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm
totally so disappointed with that.
Yeah, he's mad at Treasure Cruise.
I'm mad at, yeah. Well, it's still in standard, so that's good.
It's still a standard, it's still playable, guys.
Still playable. Apparently, standard's the only thing that matters, so, which is not true anymore. I honestly think modern's more popular now. That's just me. That's just me.
Friday Night Magic Run.
Yeah. Yes, but I'm joined by Nero and Chris this week. How you guys doing?
Yo.
Good.
That's good.
We're good.
You guys didn't catch what I got because we did this over the internet. See? Oh, we would have did a show in person. You would have been sick from me. Come to find out, my boss that I work with and a bunch of other people.
A computer virus. I'm not.
Yeah, a computer virus.
My
Totally.
Craft keys crashing.
Totally,
I think
computer
it may
virus.
have given me hepatitis.
Yes. Hepatitis. Oh no, hepatitis C is not so bad. No wait, is it C? Oh, did you guys ever see Rick and Morty?
One.
Is it C or is it B?
Was it C or B? Did you guys ever see the episode of Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Because the first one was like an asshole, we would kill him, but the second one saved him. It was like, oh, I guess they're just like that. It's really weird. I don't remember if it was hepatitis. Oh, fuck, I don't remember. But anyways, that was a good one. That was a good episode. I like Rick and Morty a lot. I'm so pissed we had to wait to literally 4 to 5, 6 more months to see the new episode. But it better be good if they're taking so long to do it. That's what I hope. Yes, but we're not here to talk about children TV show. Well, actually, it's more of an adult TV
It's
show.
not children's.
We're here to talk about children's card games like Yu-Gi-Oh.
not children's card games for 13+.
Yes, there you go.
Magic is a shit. I could go into an entire argument, which I will later. But go on.
Yes, but go on. Yes, we're back. This is episode number 96 now. We're almost to 100.
Yes.
Should we skip a week just so we can make it March 1st? As episode 100.
Well, we
But
might.
then
I would
it's
say
my
let's not purposely skip stuff anymore because of my new job. I might be busy sometime. So.
There will be an episode on my birthday.
Oh, that is good.
Dude, we gotta make it March 1st.
February 15th is my birthday, which is a Sunday.
No, we're not gonna make it that far, are we?
We're gonna.
Or may not be.
97, 98, no, 99 would be 15.
Ooh. That way it'll be an all Chris theme show. We'll talk about, things that Chris likes, like, long walks on the beach.
Yes. I do
Yu-Gi-Oh,
like those.
Kingdom Hearts, Nintendo.
Yes. Yes.
I
In
like
Bulma's
Nintendo.
panties.
I like Sony. Microsoft, not so much.
What are your views on Bulma's panties?
Yes, I do like to Master Roshi it up every hour. I mean, every
Dude,
so
I
often.
rewatched Dragon Ball. I had to say it,
I do.
man. Dragon Ball was so
good.
perfect. I can't believe it only dragged 2 parts in the series that I skipped. That was it. And it was only a 2-episode drag. It wasn't even they did a whole arc, Dragon Ball was so done so well.
Cove, dragged a little bit.
Yeah,
That
that was
was
one of the
good.
parts
I
where it
don't know
dragged a
what you
bit.
guys
They
are
were running
talking
through those
about.
hallways for
I
ever.
like that Pirates Cove shit. That was good.
Yeah, it was good, but just 2
Robot.
episodes.
You just wanted to see Goku and General Blue finally duke it out.
Yeah.
And they finally did. It took 2 episodes to finally get there.
Yeah. And man, it was just so good, Dragon Ball. Everything about it was perfect. And then Dragon Ball Z came along. In hindsight, I don't like Dragon Ball Z as much now, but still, Dragon Ball Z is still okay.
The first few sagas are good, but once you get to late Cell Saga and Boo Saga, you start to have a problem.
Yeah.
Blue Saga is when they stop caring.
Boo Saga is where everyone's so powerful that who cares?
I know
Yeah,
they got
who
really
cares?
powerful.
It's like, can I kill this person? You probably could. Oh, 3 Keelys to blow up a cannon, and he has 1,000 Keelys? Fine. I get it. You're strong.
You're strong.
I'm not going to arm wrestle you anytime soon.
I actually did start watching Kai. Holy shit. They really, it's breakneck speed. Breakneck speed. There was people were not joking on the internet. so fast they go through things. So
Yeah,
fast.
it feels good, doesn't it?
Kind
Feels
of.
good.
And I would like is they got a lot of the like original voice, like Master Roshi's voice was fixed, and I was like, because that was one of my biggest problems with Z. Like, oh, the voice has changed so much.
Oh, your voice has changed so much.
Yeah. Like Master Roshi's voice from Dragon Ball was the perfect one for him. I'm sorry, that was the perfect voice actor. No one can replace Master Roshi. Ah, yeah. So that was totally about card games. So what we got for this week for you guys?
Technically, it was. If you
It
talk
was.
2009. Well, actually, no. There's a Dragon Ball Z card game now. So
Well, if it's not like the old one where it's like
no,
Naruto,
no, it's not.
then I
Well,
don't
it's
care.
not like it's the old one where it's like.
Well, that's back. To my knowledge, if you just go to Japan, like every anime's got a card game pretty much usually.
Yeah.
Whether it's competitive or if it's like rock paper scissors, like that one Digimon one.
Did you?
Yeah. That was good. That's what
I like
Matt
the rock
plays.
paper scissors one a lot. There was just enough strategy. The thing I just did not get is how the Digi cards. Well, I forgot what they were called. The power cards, whatever they're. Like I don't know how
Yeah.
chaining worked in that because you could set up cards in a sequence where it would be better if in a certain sequence than if it was just all happening at once. So yeah, very confusing. Yes, but what we got for this week, you guys? We got some Magic stuff we're gonna talk about, some Yu-Gi-Oh and some Pokemon. Mostly,
I
a
like
lot of stuff
that.
got banned in Magic, and some things
Yeah,
got
well, it's
unbanned.
not banned in Magic.
Yeah.
Sorry, Magic. You
Sorry,
guys got
Magic.
hurt.
Yes. And then we got some scandalous
I don't-
news in
I'm not feeling the
Yu-Gi-Oh.
effects though.
That's because Nero is a smart man.
Yes,
I
he
knew
is
that
smart.
card would be banned. I knew it would be banned.
Oh yes, Walter was saying as well as you were saying in the pre-show.
I saw it coming. You guys didn't believe me. I told you.
I did say that. I remember that when he said Treasure Cruise was gonna get banned. I said Burfing Pod. Burfing Pod has to get hit.
Yes,
I remember it.
and it did. So that's a
Yeah,
good. Well, that's a
it's-
segue to
it's
get
too
into
bad.
it. Well, we got some news for you guys. Fate Reforged ban restricted list update. Well, in Modern, Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, Birthing Pod are banned. Ooh. Yes, and then we
Golgari
got some
Grave
big
Trolls
unbanned.
are
Golgari Grave
Yes.
Grave
All
Troll.
hail our Gorari Draytrue Underlords.
Well, without Burfing Pod, Glargy Grave Troll is not as strong as you think it is.
That is
No,
true.
no,
I think
it's
that
not.
was the main reason.
No.
Yeah, why they brought it off because
Because you'd want him to put him on the field, get some +1/+1 counters, and then just kill him off, but quickly regenerate him.
yeah, I'm glad he's off because he's a pretty cool card.
You know, I'm surprised we skipped what we're going to be playing this week and all that.
Oh no, we skipped it. We skipped it. We're going straight into it.
This
This is big news.
we're
So
going straight into the ban list.
yeah, so Treasure Cruise. All right.
Let's take it. Let's take it one time with Treasure Cruise. Let's
Yes.
start with Treasure Cruise.
Yeah, so Treasure Cruise.
Walter a couple weeks ago said that would happen.
Yes, and I totally agreed with him because it makes sense. Actually, no, I don't think I did. Did I agree
It
with
is
him?
a
I don't
broken
remember. I actually think I
card.
disagreed with him at the time. I figured, well, it's
You agreed
It's
with him. You said
powerful.
it's really broken. When you go back to Vintage and Legacy and Modern, it's broken. Standard, not so much.
standard. It's pretty fair because you gotta,
Drew 3 cards.
yeah, you only draw
But
three.
when you got Modern, Legacy, and all that, where you can get free 3 cards on turn 2 for 1.
Yeah, because you're just digging,
what's
pouring
what's
your
the
grave
difference
in.
between this and Ponder and fucking Preordain, which are also banned for reasons.
Well, as you
the
can tell, not
names-
much different.
The names
No.
are different.
In fact, this is actually better because you get all 3 cards.
Yeah, and like you said, in Modern Legacy, your graveyard's going to be full for Delve easily by turn 2. You can do a lot of shit to get that graveyard packing. This thing is like so free most of the time. Oh my god. Yeah, so it made sense for them to ban it. Getting 3 cards
Oh,
in those
yeah.
formats for like you said,
That's all
basically
for Modern,
free.
Vintage, and Legacy.
It's so good.
not In Modern, first we got to dig through. All right, you got to keep going.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
The only reason I knew about this was because so many people on my Facebook feed complained.
Well, yeah, they're
Wait,
probably
which one?
pissed.
Treasure Cruise?
Birthing Pod and no Birthing Pod mostly.
Okay, we'll get to that soon. First, we got to dig through time. This is also banned. It's pretty much the same thing as Treasure Cruise.
Except way even better,
Top 7
debatably.
library. You put 2 of them in your hand, the rest in the bottom.
Dude, looking at 7 of your fucking cards is so goddamn good. That's 7 cards of your deck. That is so goddamn good.
You're looking too much into the future.
This
Yeah.
is pretty much like right after you can treasure cruise too, or you can just treasure cruise and get 5 cards.
Yeah, I would debate that it's fucking even better than
Why
Treasure
not?
Cruise, debatably,
Also-
but 3 cards is still really nice.
That's why it's rare, not a comp. All right, let's move on to the big one and the most rage-inducing one for most of the Magic community, and that would be Birthing Pod. I said it was gonna be banned. This thing
Yeah.
is too fucking silly and too fucking good to be a mod.
This thing is too fucking silly. Hey, that sums it up perfectly, Nero. This thing is too fucking silly.
It has topped the past 8 world modern tournaments, including the most recent one in Omaha.
For no reason at all.
That's
It's
good.
just turn 1, I put birds on the field. Turn 2, I have something with persist, usually kitchen things. Turn 3, here comes the pod. Here comes something strong. Here comes
Welcome.
Siege Rhino. Here comes fucking what else is there? Fucking Lilia, Lavania, keep it to silence. Your activated abilities of creatures can't be activated anymore. Suck on it. Here comes Restoration Angel.
Yeah,
oh, and
just
by the way, I have
three-
voice for
three
Resurgence,
big
so I'm gonna
guys.
kill them off and get a bunch of tokens.
This is so good. It's so good. Anything that goes
And if you
around.
try to kill my birthing pot, I replicate your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nero
anything that
summed
gets
it up.
around the normal way they balance things out is just like and speed up and get just like getting all those massively strong creatures for basically free is so powerful. It never
the
surprised me
main
so
reason-
much that it was there for
Okay.
so long, you know?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all I
Yeah.
got.
The main reason everybody's butthurt is because they're just thinking, why can't you just ban kitchen finks? The persist goes away and all that. No, you just can't, because that turn's not broken unless you have the pod. Kitchen finks didn't get playtime until the pod.
It is the
pod
pod that
is
does
everything.
is the problem.
Pod is
Pod-
love. Pod is life.
Yeah, it brings me back to like
Pod-
at the time the discussions in Yukio when they were like having, well, should we get rid of why don't we just get rid of 5 God? That way we'll solve the problem. But no, that 5 God's not the problem. It was Future Fusion, you know?
Yes.
It's
Thank
kind of the same.
you.
It was literally the same idea.
Anyway, that's banned. People are going crazy because everybody wanted Birthing Pod because it was such an easy to make modern deck.
Yeah,
that
it
did
was.
really well. But you know what? Think outside the box, guys. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it will definitely
Yeah,
like with these new
like,
changes. It'll definitely
recover,
shake up
you know,
modern.
There are other Magic decks out there.
There are. It will definitely shake
Glory
things up.
Neutral's unbanned. This card is really fucking silly.
I'm
You
not-
said how easy it is to get shit in your graveyard.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
you, Hero. Dude, I love you too. Okay. I used to use Golgari Yatro when I played Magic a lot.
He's fucking. You know how it is.
Yes, I do. Especially when equipped with the Jite.
And he can just dredge 6 whenever he wants to get more lovely +1/+1 counters.
Yeah, I think I'll just dredge 6 +1/+1. Well, have fun playing me. That's the message they gave.
At least he's not like Thrun, where he can't be the target of spells abilities and can't be countered. That would just be a little
There is
overboard.
the greater of 2 evils. Yes.
Yeah,
you
you
are
can at
correct.
least deal with him. Yeah.
Moving on to Vintage, World Gorger Dragon is now unbanned. Why he was banned in the first place, I have no idea.
Why not?
3 colorless, 3 red, he has flying travel for 7, but when he comes into play, you remove all other permanents you control from the game. When he dies, you return your permanents back to the owner's control.
Yeah, I don't know why he was banned.
I
I don't know. He
Yeah,
doesn't
I
seem
don't
that
know.
good.
I mean, yeah, he's fucking good at 6/7/7, but
Well, yeah,
6
he's powerful,
me?
but nothing about him seems like
And
broken.
everything else gone just for this guy?
Yeah, no, I don't think he's that amazing. But you know, I know why he was banned, guys. Look at that. He's a nightmare dragon. He was giving people nightmares. That's
And
why.
finally, we have Legacy. There's one card that is no longer restricted. That is Gifts Ungiven. 3 colors and a blue instant. Search your library for up to 4 cards with different names. Reveal them. Target opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Put the chosen cards to your graveyard. The rest in your hand.
That card didn't need to be made.
It definitely seems really
Played
good.
when it first came out, and it's like, damn, this card's unfair.
It does seem really good.
It
Why was it?
is.
Wait. I'm
But
sorry.
you know what? Turn 3 Legacy. That's turn 4 Legacy. Usually doesn't last that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct about that.
Why? Any clue
Even
why it was
ancient,
restricted before?
What's it called? Ancient Tomb on your side. We give you 2 colorless mana. Even so, that's turn 3.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why it was
No
restricted
way.
before.
No way you're gonna get that far in Legacy. Legacy is a turn 1 or 2 kill win.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some decks that are a little bit more. I've seen some decks like that don't always
There
try to
are
go for the
some
turn
more
one.
like with True Name Nemesis and all that, but
Yeah, I don't think they
if
do
you get rid
good.
of name, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, Treasure Cruise definitely was a powerful card. You could tell again. It pretty much changed everything. Everything like
Just like that card no longer exists
yeah.
Yeah.
unless you're in standard.
It turned
You
the
know-
game over too many times. It's
At
like,
least in Modern it
it
does.
made Magic much like Yu-Gi-Oh, where you could turn the game over with just one card, and that one card was Treasure Cruise, where you played it for just one blue. You splashed in blue just to play that card.
Yeah, getting 3 of your cards out of your deck, like that's very significant. And for relatively free in Modern and Vintage, it went unchecked for. Yeah, I should have got banned immediately in my opinion. But hey, they did it pretty quick. That's pretty quick, right? What was that?
That
like-
is pretty quick.
Another thing I kind of admire about Magic is that they explain why they ban or get rid of cards. With Yu-Gi-Oh, they just wasn't like, this is what it is, deal with it.
No,
No
Chris.
explanation.
This is how Yu-Gi-Oh does it. We announced a new awesome
because
super
I picked it.
special set. Oh, by the way, we ban old cards. You buy new set. Go. Go. Buy new stuff.
From the vault. Bam.
But I want to use my super
Yu-Gi-Oh
awesome
edition.
shiny cards. Oh, by the way, we reprint everything common. You get deck now. Old people get deck now too. No. Yeah, that's why. That they do explain, Chris. That's how they explain it.
They do. That's how they do it.
Yes.
Oh my god, I think I'm playing too much Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, so
But
a lot
this
of
is
changes
not
up in
removed
Magic.
from
You know,
play,
I
so-
think with Birthing Pod especially, that Modern is actually going to change it up for now. That will literally make everyone change their decks up because now they don't have to worry about facing it.
Delver, no, with Trevor's Cruise banned, maybe Delver might go away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Delver. Yeah, Delver was also a very popular one too. I don't know. I think people will still try that one out because it was a thing before Treasure Cruise too. So
Somewhat. I mean, you saw Jason's modern deck
oh yeah,
where he has Delver in it, but
Oh, yeah.
it's not Treasure Cruise. It's a
Yeah.
bunch of shit.
yeah, it's a bunch of crazy.
It just, like,
Delver
slows
is
the
still
game
very
down.
powerful.
The
Is what I'm
deck was
saying.
all made for.
Yeah, it's still very powerful. It wasn't
It
as
is.
popular, but it still was a thing going on before Treasure Cruise. So that might not go away. But Birthing Pod stuff, yeah, everyone's gonna change up their deck now because they don't have to worry about that shit. And the people aren't gonna make Birthing Pod decks anymore, so obviously they're not gonna make them anymore. That is a good change. Good change, actually. I think it was very wise. Now let's get those reprints of those cards they sell in a reprint and change up Magic completely, ruining the secondary market. That's my vote. What should happen next?
Yeah, because Birthing Pod's gonna drop now. I think it was at 30. Now it's probably gonna drop all the way down
To
So,
a dollar?
$2 probably.
$2? All right, let's do the Price is Right game here. I'm gonna say we'll look at it by next week. So what are the prices
Fair.
next week Sunday? I'll say it'll be $3.50. That's my bet.
Hey Matt, you're breaking up on my end. Are you alright?
Yeah, I can tell a little bit. You guys are breaking up a tiny bit too. I think the internet's crapping out a little bit, but it's still holding up a little
First
bit right
in Time
now.
Warner.
So we'll have to keep pushing through. All right, so that is Magic. Let's see. I think there's nothing else I really want to talk about in Magic at the moment.
Can I talk about something in Magic?
Of course, if you have something to
Go
say,
ahead.
now is the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I got anything else
Okay.
though for me.
You want to see a really broken combo?
Sure. What's
You're gonna love this one, Chris. It involves Rabble Master. Yay!
all right? So what is
New
this
card
combo?
out of the set.
Rabble
Tamir
Master-
Battle Rage.
Oh,
What's the card?
okay.
Tamir Battle Rage. It's a 1 colorless, 1 red instant. Target creature gains double strike until the end of turn. Ferocious. That creature also gains trample until the end of turn if you control a creature with power 4 or greater.
So you attack a Rabble Master. After
He usually becomes more than a 4.
yeah,
They try to block the kill. That's because you know how Rabble Master's a pain in the ass.
you did
and
get double strike.
Yes, he does first strike and regular strike damage. So he strikes the creature that's blocking him. He kills it. It also has trample, so any extra damage goes to you. And then he strikes you again. And he's still alive.
Wow.
What a bullshit card that is.
So it sounds like you had some fun with that.
Nero, calm down. Calm down.
That card is so bullshit.
You sound like Barnaby Jones when they talked about vaccine devil.
He never used that card. I never saw him use that card.
But he still talked about how bad it was.
You
He
give
did.
the player options, man. It's
Yeah. Yeah, options. Can't give it to him. Oh, there you go. Oh, I just noticed something. Okay. Hello, Chris. Your video just came on. Did you have it on this whole time before?
me.
Chris,
What's up?
did you have your video on this whole time before?
No, I just popped it on.
Oh, that's why it was crapping out, because it was trying to send the video feed through. That explains it.
Yeah, like I can't see Nero right now. It's just like a bunch of circling dots.
Yeah, because it's a bad connection at the moment. Alright then. Yeah. In terms of Magic, I've actually haven't played it this much this past
It's
2 weeks with the new
alright.
job popping up.
I can see Matt's
I
picture.
can see.
What is on Matt's panel?
I think we're
Looks like
we're
red, blue.
yeah, I think there's some
green.
latency issue, guys.
Yay, those are primary colors, aren't they?
Well,
On
we'll,
his phone.
we'll be right back, guys. Okay, everybody, we are back. We had some technical issues there, but we are back up here.
Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, now Chris has got video. There you go. So we left with no video and came back with some video. So hopefully the audio syncing issues are fixed and we're all back on page here. I would say anyone who was watching or listening live, that must have been pretty interesting.
That's so.
So we were talking about Mr. Jones doing some things with his cards and stuff like that, and then I was saying that I think it was nuts and blah blah blah.
And then
Oh, maybe.
still getting picture, and then putting it as the official mat for.
Yep.
Oh,
That'll
fun
be
stuff.
the main phase of show Matt. It's like, yes, I have a podcast.
You know, let's just get that picture and get a Kickstarter funded to put it on a billboard.
Yeah. Just like off the 190 in Buffalo. There you
Yeah, I have a podcast.
Yes, we'll just
You know,
this
is
the lag is still there. The lag is still there. Test 1, 2. Yeah, it's still there. Man, you gotta love this. And we're back for a second time. Hopefully everything is fixed
Legit.
now. Hopefully the lag
Legit.
is completely fixed. I think
Legit.
I found the issue. So hopefully that's better. And again, we've got video for everybody. So yeah, Barnaby Jones is awesome. We're going to apparently put a giant billboard of me. I have a podcast in the Western New York area.
You don't have that picture anymore on your computer?
I got it. I'm not bringing it up. Fuck that.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
All right. Everybody
Show
gets
the-
one.
Show our audience that
Everybody gets
picture.
one. All right. So the infamous photo that everyone talks about, like I have a podcast. This is it right here. So this was made by a buddy of ours, fan of the website called
And we
Rudy.
want to put this on a billboard.
Yeah, he makes a lot of funny photos and stuff. And one time, I don't know when I said it. It was like in a
I think it's
Skype.
between me and you or something.
No, it was before even the card game show because I did the roof and
Oh,
play
is it?
first.
Yeah, as I was on the roof for play a couple times.
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
what happened was I have a Skype chat where I talked to a bunch of gamer people, right? And I was like, I was joking around, I was like, because they always say go to conventions and do the awkward interview shit. Because it'd be real funny if you do it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just go up to people and I'll be like, I have a podcast, and I said it just like that. And then literally 30 minutes later, fucking Rudy made this fucking. Actually, no, like 3 minutes later, actually, he made this fucking photo. So there you go. Everyone finally sees it.
Wish I could see it.
Yeah, that's what looks right now. There you go. That's all you get. That's all you get, people. That's all you get. That explanation. Oh, hey, you're cheating. You're bringing up the stream, good sir.
That image is mine now.
Oh, is it? Are you using the good old snipping tool? Is that what it is?
Yes, the mat will be mine.
And that will be.
It's gonna make it to a mat now. You know
Make sure
it.
you mute that audio if you're gonna snip that picture.
Hey, you're cheating.
Mute that damn audio, goddammit. I know the show has had a lot of technical issues. I will not have feedback. That's where I draw the line, sir. I draw the line there. Oh.
Wrong.
So I guess that's Magic Yu-Gi-Oh time.
Yu-Gi-Oh time.
Graceful
Well,
transitions. We do it very well. We do it very well.
there were supposed to be a lot of tourney reports from this weekend, but Gandhi didn't show up right now.
Oh, he's
I
still
will
good.
do my personal tourney report. First of all, still playing Telenites.
Mm-hmm.
To a place known as Gamers Haven. It was 14 people.
Yeah,
3
apparently
rounds.
Gamer Haven is the bee's knees. That's where I got to be going.
People keep going there. Like there's people going there, which
It's a
is
nice
good.
place. That's why.
Yep. It's like I met the dude that's run the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. He's pretty cool, and he likes me, which is an important part.
That is a very important thing. Because you know.
And
You already
he
know.
wants to be an OTS, which is, I'll support him. If he wants to be an OTS, I will say, like, this is what you need to do in order to be an OTS.
Interesting.
But I went first there, got 7 packs. It was a 3-round tournament, and then top 4 because we were running out of time, and I placed first. So, yeah. Gandhi had 2 gamers reports, 2 tournament reports, but he's not here yet. So, yeah. It was a pretty nice atmosphere, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm hearing nothing but good things about Gamers Haven, and I definitely got to go and check it out soon. When are their tournaments? It's
Sure.
like Thursday or something.
Saturday, 6:30.
God damn it! Why is it always when I work? It's every fucking time. First is the Collector's Inn with having their shit on Tuesday. Oh.
Yeah, because it's always when other people don't work. That's what I feel like.
Well, no, that's a great time if I didn't clean floors at night. How long do they usually go? Fuck. It would be a rare occasion thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, damn it. Of course, Iron Crown is the only place that facilitates my needs on Sundays. Of course.
Yu-Gi-Oh has been going like nuts because Corey McDuffel, our national champion, was like, "Hey guys, I think I'm running Infernoid," and then like,
Yeah, that's a good transition. First, that one thing I have on the top tier. Infernoid's prices have been raising steadily.
yes, because he went like, "Okay guys, no secret, I'm running Infernoid right now," and then the price jumped.
Yeah.
It goes to show you just how many people who sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards watch his every word, listen to his every word.
It happens with a lot of pro players, actually. This is a very common thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been like that for years.
Pro players say, like, guys, I'm playing frogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
When will Jeff Jones, probably be Jeff Jones, will be like, he'll just show up to a tournament playing frogs one day, and then everyone will play him. You just
and
wait.
then Matt will go crazy because Swap Frogs will jump to 5 in price because they have not yet been reprinted.
Also, you're telling me this tin of swap frogs I have here is gonna be worth it's gonna be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, you might as well pay your rent with that.
Yeah, that'll be amazing. Jeff Jones would be the only one who would even try that, so hopefully. But yeah, Infernoids,
Yeah.
I don't think they're I still think they're shit, man. Okay, wait, let me take that back. I don't think it can be as meta as people are making out to be. I just don't.
Well, we'll see. Okay, it all depends on who says it and when they say it.
Not
Because
true.
I say things sometimes at my locals, and people will think the card is good. When in truth, I want the card for a fun deck. I literally want a card for a deck where I just go like.
Hey, that Chris guy, he's asking for some planes. If planes
Yes.
must be becoming
No,
hot shit. We better stock up on some planes.
As soon as I ask someone for a card that's like, not used, they will look it up online, and I'm like, this is delaying the trading process.
What's a Sangan? Oh, hang on, let me just.
Yeah, is Singing coming back off the list because you want it, Chris? No, I like it. It has 3 eyes.
Chris, you're asking a lot about Graceful Charity. Does that mean you think it's coming off the list?
Because Graceful Charity has an angel on it. Why do you guys want to know so much?
Yeah, that's what happens all the time to you, Chris. I bet.
But nonetheless, in Yu-Gi-Oh news, besides my personal tournament reports, there have been, let's see, where's all of the TCG is waiting for Necross, which is February 13th, 2 days before my birthday.
February 13th?
Dropping a hint.
Eh?
Yes.
Yeah, February 13th, which is 2 days before my 25 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, that's time, man. Whew. Time flies.
Yeah.
That's the same day the new Nintendo 3DS comes out, and Majora's Mask 3D, and Monster Hunter 4.
Yeah, you buy the new 3DS, okay? I
I'm not
want
doing
Nintendo
that.
Direct.
I got my
Yo,
own
we're
one.
we're not getting the slim version, so I'm sad. So whatever. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't fuck care.
You guys can buy the new Nintendo 3DS. I'm happy with this. This is my regular 3DS with the Nintendo casing. Yeah.
You gotta love that.
But
yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh's
Inferno.
been steady so far. It's just waiting for Necros to come out. Inferno prices jumping, and Corey McDuffel going like, "Hey, I'm going to run this." So increase the price.
That's what happens. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh. It's always been like that in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Barnaby
The
Jones
pros,
just get on a podcast
like-
and go, "Hey guys, I'm running Man Eater Bug." Rises.
Like I remember now. I don't remember because we talked about it like a good amount of shows back. I don't remember which one. Remember there was that weird thing where people were trying to get that shitty banner card to be worth something.
Spell Chronicle.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, thank you. And like things like that. Like it shows how maybe people could maybe abuse their powers to make things to troll people. But I don't know how true it was that people actually trolled her.
It was. Jeff Jones said it's just an attempt to see why, like, how much you people believe what I say. And then we had a person here in Buffalo hype it up. So, yeah.
Was that person you?
No. It's a person I knew though, but not me. No. They said, there's an OTK with Spell Chronicle, right? It still works.
They wanted
Basically, what you say with people about Birthing Pod, Nero? It's like, oh, I think I'll get Perfect Pod. Brah. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's a very common thing in Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm kind of fine with it, but at the same time, it's like, man,
It's like,
I don't know.
how much
Yu-Gi-Oh is such
word
a different
to mouth-
beast when it comes to the prices and things. It's really weird.
How much word to mouth is believed?
And like it really increased over the years recently with a lot of like I'm not gonna say Zodiac Duo specifically, but like a lot of groups that spread information quickly now. The YukiTube thing's also a thing.
Did Mac just mention the Zodiac? Wow.
Well, isn't everybody knows about the Zodiac Duelists? Come on.
I'm part of it too. I look at it and see.
I ain't a part of that shit no more. There was no point.
Yeah, there's no point.
Ain't no point.
It's fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Speaking of things that are fun to watch, I'll transition over into our drama news. Former head of Yu-Gi-Oh in the UK/Ireland was jailed for child sex charges.
For the record, this was before he was head of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. So this really has nothing to do with the game, to be completely honest. I just think it's very funny because, like, oh, the guy who worked for Covenant made a children's card game. And was a sex offender, apparently.
Did you lure children into the car like, "Hey kids,
Yeah, and it was
you like
apparently,
card games?"
according to the organization, apparently it was from an event that occurred in 2004 and 2008. So between those years, apparently this shit happened.
Yeah, which was before he became like
Yeah.
part of Yu-Gi-Oh UK.
Yeah, like Chris said.
Yeah,
It's just
but-
very, very hilarious that that's something like that. Not that child molestation or sex is bad is like funny itself.
Yeah,
but
Nero, child molestation is not hilarious, Nero.
It's not. You're right. It's just the way you could do it is funny.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't even think this really affects Yu-Gi-Oh's like, or even Konami's like image at all. To be completely honest, I think this is just something
They
that
hired
happened.
somebody who was a sex offender.
that maybe was I assume this is still allegedly all this.
Of course, they didn't know he was a sex offender.
Yeah, so I don't think it affects their image at all. I don't think it's going to affect any way people buy the game. I think it's just a little funny story that's going to be part of Yu-Gi-Oh! And probably actually be forgotten eventually.
Yeah,
It's really not that big of a, like, it's not, it can be a big deal, but I just don't think it's like something that's going to be like, hey, man, those Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, look the company has sex with chicks, for God's sakes. Who knows what the
at
players
the
are
same
like?
time, this is not the first time Yu-Gi-Oh! And sex offenders has been used. Remember that one guy in California?
No, I actually don't know what you're talking about. Inform me.
There was a guy in California that would show up at Yu-Gi-Oh! Events and take pictures of children, but he wasn't a parent or anything.
Well,
Nobody was suspicious there, huh?
Yeah, because, they just assumed he was a parent taking pictures of his kids.
Oh
Was
yeah,
any-
it was reasonable concern, or maybe Spiel thought maybe it was a photographer hired by Konami to take photos of the event.
That's
but
why Konami put in the whole rules about like video recording at an event.
that's why they did that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Oh Jesus Christ! All right, well that explains it because I thought it was fucking preposterous, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, there was just this one dude in California that ruined it for everybody.
Man, why? I don't know. Why don't they just do like an official photo badge you can get? So like, you don't have to do a background check, but at least just check if you're legit. You know, whatever. Because they could get more coverage if they let people do fucking photos. But whatever. Whatevs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
The only other thing that I remember, like, I don't know, like, remember what was his name? B Hopper, what his name was? Fucking G Hopper was his name. Like, apparently he was meeting up with Yukio girl chicks and trying to sex them and shit, something like that. Then he found God and gave up Yuki tubing or something. Like, that's the only other like sex thing I remember going on in the Yukio community.
Also, anything with Amanda LaPalm. People seem to fascinate over her.
People still do. Surprisingly, I don't know why. People always message her on the Facebook, "Yo, dog, you coming back to the Yukios?" So, yeah, it's very interesting. Oh, Yukio community. Next thing I wanted to talk about is I have a little rant.
Don't say it.
Got a little
Oh
rant
boy,
here.
I have the
Here we go.
rant.
Roll up
Prepare.
your sleeves. Put up the
Yes,
flame shield.
put up the flame shield. So my little rant here. I still even know how to pronounce this stupid card's name.
Danko Seka.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That fucking card. I fucking so pissed this card every time I fucking face it. I'm tired of people summoning this shit and having a fucking cold wave like effect. I fucking hate that so
Yeah.
much. This goddamn card. Why did they make this damn card? I thought we banned cold wave for a reason. There's a cold
You
wave,
can't have
cold wave
MST.
on legs.
You can't have MST.
You really can't have MST. You really can't. It's like, you know how I defend against that? I use honest. Hey, Matt, how many light monsters are in your deck?
None. Well, okay. Well, they can just do their own honest.
No, that's just it though. People get confused on this, but whoever honest first wins. Like if I attack and I use honest, and then you use honest, my honest will gain from your honest.
That is
So,
true,
and
because the attack game will be after.
I
Yeah.
know a way to beat it. I know a way to beat this thing.
And then
Man eater bug.
after-
It does beat it.
There are other battle tricks you can do. Like, I'll see. There's. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember if it's Prideful Roar or something. Like, there are other things you can do.
But that's just it though. You can't prideful roar when there's a Denko Senka out and they have.
Oh wait,
nothing.
that's right. You can't.
You can't. Honest is the
Yeah.
only way. Like honest, or you Book of Moon it, or you attack over it because 17's big, but it's not as big as it used to be. Summon an 18 attacker, you win. Hell, summon a 1750 attacker, and you win.
Or man eater bug.
Yeah, or Man Eater Bug, actually. You would
Yeah.
win if you played
So
Man Eater.
my complaint is like I'm just so pissed that there is a monster version of Cold Wave, and I've been seeing it used more and more, and I'm tired of fucking facing it. Like my god.
That's because it's good in Shaddolls, because it lets you go off safely. Like if they have 5 back row, you summon a Denko Senka. If that Denko Senka is there, you go off safely. That's the important thing. Like being able to safely do your plays, it's very important.
So I am pissed about this card. We'll say it's cool that it's a Thunder monster though. Thunder don't get enough love.
Yeah, Thunder does not get enough love, even though they're getting love from last set and this set with freaking like Thunderbolt, like Thunder Rod Chair, which says no spell cards main phase 1, guys.
Yeah, and I also miss Thunder King.
We all miss Thunder King. It needs to go back to 3.
He's like, I'm the king of these Thunder monsters. Wait, no, I'm limited to 1. Oh no.
I'm a limit to 1. I sit next to Gale. Hey Gale, we're limited to 1, right? I'm actually going to 2. Okay.
See you,
Gale.
bro. Gale moves up the train, goes in like first class. No, second
Yeah.
class.
Went up to 3.
Oh
No
yeah, it's
one
up to 3. It's up in first class.
No one cares.
Nah, it's fine at 3. Like the days of Synchros being overpowerful, the times are different. Yeah, Gale, I still believe Gale is like the best tuner monster, but
Yeah, it still is, because being able to half attack for no cost. It's
good
like,
amount of attack, level 3, dark
These-
monster, really
yeah,
powerful.
these cost the only cost to Gale is saying I have your monster's attack. You waste the air. That's about it.
Yeah. So I'm tired of this fucking card and facing it. I'm fucking pissed. So fucking pissed.
Yeah, I know. I am too. That's why I use 2 Honest in my deck.
Yeah.
2 Honest. And in fact,
2
I run
Honest.
Steel Knights. So let them kill my guy.
All right, next thing I have here that I want to talk about, Scrap Iron Statue. Really, really good trap card.
Really good trap card.
If, of course, obvious use for it would be for Pendulum Monsters. That would be my first initial thing to use for it.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, but it hits other things too. You can any continuous spell or trap. It will definitely be worth hitting. Maybe not trap because theoretically you could. No, because you stop the initial. No, yeah. It would probably be good for most trap situations too.
Damn.
For you guys who don't know, it's pretty much Scrap Iron Scarecrow, but it destroys spells and traps. To my knowledge, or is it just spells? Actually, let me go check it. Yeah, spells and traps the opponents activate.
And you can use it once per turn. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can play it face down again, just like Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Also, though, when this card is sent to the graveyard, you target one junk monster in the graveyard, special summon that target in defense position. Use the effect of it once per turn. So actually, kind of debatably could help out in future junk synchro decks.
Very splashable. Very nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I think it's definitely a card that people do want to definitely pick up
Very good.
when it comes out. Actually, it's not even coming out yet. It's coming out in the next set, right? I think it's the next.
We gotta wait till it comes out.
So I really like this card. It could definitely be a viable card for it'll be Pendulum side deck. Way to get rid of that. I still like Spell Shattering Arrow, but this could deal for right when it comes out. So,
Oh yeah.
and of course, since you're going to be destroying it immediately, pretty sure most cases the opponent won't get their effects off. Most cases, I'm pretty sure nothing can get around there, right? Let's see, because if it's a continuous spell card that activates, you activate it immediately, it'll be destroyed, and then it won't be able to do its effect. If I do believe that's how it works. If my knowledge is correct.
It is.
Definitely a cool card. Definitely, guys, when it comes out, pick them up.
Oi, Matt, we got a message from Gandhi saying still a go?
Yes, Gandhi, we are still a go.
We are a green light.
We are green
I
lit.
am tapping yep into my messenger.
Yes.
Message me on my phone.
In the Facebook message? You probably did in the Facebook, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I just got the message.
Yes.
Next, Dark Magician's getting a new artwork.
Yes.
It's not really big news. I just thought it'd be worth mentioning. It's pretty
It
cool
is.
artwork. I am still a fan of the original starter deck. That's what I like. That's still my favorite art.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad, but
At
it's
least this one shows him like standing up, like he's about to do something.
yeah, it
Instead
is.
of,
It
like,
is kind of
laying
cool.
down.
Don't get me wrong. It's cool art. So if you're fans of Dark Magician, that's getting new art.
So cool to people.
Yeah, definitely cool.
Definitely cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Next, I have one more bit of drama to talk about. So,
Oh boy.
there was this. So Patrick Hoban did some like major calling out of some guy on some forum or something
Uh-oh.
for cheating and stuff like this. Oh, Chris is like, I know what you're talking about.
I read it and I listened to it, and yes, he called out this guy. He brought up the evidence against him, and then I watched the video of him. I watched the video myself of the guy playing the other dude, and yes, the dude cheated. The dude went like, "You did not scarm," when the guy clearly scarmed.
Mhm.
And the guy kept complaining about oh, this is how this works when he was wrong. So yes, this is one of those rare cases where I agree with Patrick Hoban, but yeah, the dude cheated. Flat out, on camera, cheated.
The big thing, I'm not super interested in the person-to-person type of situation, but more of the thing he said at the end and just the overall problem in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. At the end, he said, the reason I'm doing this pretty much, well, this is paraphrasing. You're not word it like this. Paraphrasing. The reason I'm doing this is because we need to step up. We need to call out people cheaters because people will continue to cheat. Cheating is a rampant problem in Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what? I agree. I think it totally is. I hear horror stories all the time on higher to mid-level games, like at YCSs. I thought there was just a problem with scummy people at locals who just for some reason want to win. But no,
No.
apparently this is a huge problem. You know what? And then that guy had a response. And you know what? I'll tell you, Chris, I've seen a lot of cheaters in my day. He said everything that a cheater would say. No offense. This is from my experience. Obviously, like even what Patrick Hoban said, there's no theoretical proof on anything. Like it's just observations and just knowing how they act. Obviously, we have no proof because we can't read people's minds and we can't just go around assuming people are cheating. But we only can bring up the facts that as much as we can. But it's just a huge problem in Yu-Gi-Oh! It really is. It's not just. I honestly don't feel it is a people misunderstanding how. Because I do agree. People try to rule shark you, so people are like, "Well, he's just trying to rule shark me." But no, it's because I think you clearly do know how the game works, and you're trying to act completely dumb that you don't. You know?
There are people that try to not rule shark you sometimes, but go if you make a mistake, I'm not gonna tell you make a mistake, and I have seen that too much in my time.
Happens a lot, and it's just a rampant problem in Yu-Gi-Oh! I agree.
Yeah.
Every game probably has their cheating problems, but for some reason in Yu-Gi-Oh, it happens so much. I just don't know if it's because of the nature of. Hello, Gandhi. Welcome to the show.
Gandhi.
Yes, I don't know if it's the nature of just how Yu-Gi-Oh is, because the way that everyone gets. Sorry, the thing's messed up. The way that everyone spends so much money on their cards and they want to feel like they're the shit because they have this psychological problem, or it's like. They need to know that what they did is they got to prove themselves that they're good because they spent all this money on cards, or it's just people's personalities. Because, when I was referring to the guy in his response post, why do cheaters always say this? They say this all the time. I'm a man. I have this job. I have this education. You don't need to say. Why are you even saying that in a defense?
Why are you giving your background story?
I know. Just because you have a job and you're educated does not mean you're a person who cannot lie. Yeah, does not mean you're a person that can't lie and cheat because they just feel like they need to win. It's not just because you have a job and everything does not mean anything. You know what I mean?
There is too much of that.
I see that all the time. Damn it, all the time.
Sing in front of me.
It's very interesting that it always devolves to that. Like that's how one of the clear indications I see. People always go well, I have a job. I am going to medical school. Hell, maybe because he goes to medical school. And he works really hard. He's super stressed, and when he does something for fun, he doesn't want to lose at it. So when he is such a high skill player and he loses, he feels ashamed of himself, and that's probably why he cheats. You know, I just see it. It's like a classic case stuff. So I don't know. It's just I don't know why Yu-Gi-Oh has this problems. Why do you feel this is like this, Chris?
Because people have a tendency to have I put X amount of money into this, so I must win X amount.
I kind of agree with you.
To win because they paid for it. They want to make their dollar worth it.
Yeah, it's like going plus or going home.
Yep. Thank you, John. I'll be right back, guys.
But yeah, so Gandhi, what we're talking about, Gandhi, is we were talking about the Patrick Hoban post about calling out the one guy, blah blah blah, and saying different evidence and blah blah blah. So that's what we're talking about. And I wanted to lead in discussion about just I don't necessarily agree with him calling out people because that's, no offense, it's, fuck. It should have just been at the event type thing. Come on, why the fuck are we doing drama like this? But I do agree that he brought up what he said at the end of his post was hey, this is a problem, Yu-Gi-Oh! I have to say something, and it clearly is. So what are your whole views on that whole jimmer jammer of cheating in the Yu-Gi-Ohs and stuff? Oh, we lost Gandhi? Gandhi? Did we lose you, Gandhi? I think we lost Gandhi.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, I agree and disagree at some point. It is morally wrong, and sometimes it could be habit. So we need some Yu-Gi-Oh! Anonymous hey, bro, you doing this? It's not cool. Sometimes we need that intervention sometimes. But when players get into a habit of doing it, it just becomes a reflex. So you got to have that friend that just there to check them. And for those who knowingly and willingly and have this premeditated attempt to do it right off the bat, and this is how I'm gonna make my dollar or go up in it. That's how those players I have no sympathy for. Just like, they learn, or it also falls on our peers. Like when we bring people into the game, they kind of rub off on us, trying to be more like them, or trying to be like this famous player, or I have this famous Yu-Gi-Oh friend, stuff like that.
Yep.
Like adopt bad habits.
Interesting. Definitely. There's a lot of people like cheating. I mean, let's be honest, cheating's a part of life. People have always made mistakes and stuff like that. It's just interesting because like, I think the biggest problem, like, I don't want to bring it specifically to this guy, but let me just make up a pretend person. Like, a lot of people always pout, like, I'm a good player, I'm this and that. Like, it could just be an ego thing. Like, I need to be a good player. And like you said, Gandhi, habits rub off. Like, maybe he started off playing the game wrong, just wrong. And, you know, it's his habits, you know. No one necessarily told him that's not the way you can't activate your SCARM or whatever. That's the way the chain works or blah, blah, blah. Just habits are hard to die hard. And maybe they were always playing, like, MST. Hey, MST can destroy itself. You know, maybe that's just how it was, and it's hard for them to lose those type of things. Because there are definitely, I agree with you, there's definitely people who are not maliciously doing it.
Yeah.
Like, there was honest mistakes. It's just how do you weave out between the honest mistakes and people who, you know, like in this case, I hate to bring it into this case because, you know, the problem was maybe this player just is bad, or maybe Patrick Hope just hates him, because that's always a possibility too. You know, as much as we can, like, I agree with you, Chris. It seems like that's what he did in the video, but I wasn't there. You know, I don't know how their past interactions were. But oh fuck, what was I say? Like it came off to me as that he clearly was a high level player who knew what he was doing. He just purposely was trying to. He would only correct himself if someone told him. You know, like he knew it was wrong, but if he said no one was going to correct me, well, I'm not gonna. You know, and just how do we separate between those players and the honest mistakes? It's like really rough.
It is. It's like a thin line.
And I was going to make another point on that you especially just commented on, like, not knowing the vague ignorance of it all. And I'm like, that is like a big rift between the knowledgeable players, I'll just put them like that, and the knowledgeable players. That's the big rift. Well, if they don't know, I'm not going to tell them. I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Yeah, because, you know, I like you bring that up, because debatably, here's what's really weird. Now let's take it in a different direction. Debatably, you could say that is the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because if you're a person who knows the rulings better, well, you have more knowledge, and therefore are you? Because technically, Chris, right, when you're playing as a player, you're not supposed to lead their decisions one way or another. So I know it's both players' responsibility to make sure effects resolve correctly, everything. But if they don't know, and you know how an effect resolves correctly, are you supposed to tell them that this is exactly how it resolves effectively? Or, like, you know what I mean? It's like with that weird, because the whole point is if you have more knowledge of your player, that always gives you the competitive advantage. At what point is it a competitive advantage to cheating? Like, where would you draw that line? Chris, from your judging experience, where is that line?
It's invisible.
It's invisible? Yeah, but I can definitely agree with you. Seems invisible. Like, what's competitive advantage and what's just not, what is just cheating? You don't know. It's real rough.
Because one person may forget that they have a mandatory or maybe optional effect they could activate. And the other person isn't obligated to remind them, so it's invisible.
Yeah. Like, they're not, if it's optional effects, they're not, yeah, like you said, you're not obligated. Only thing I think to a knowledgeable player is supposed to make sure is mandatories go off. Like, you got to make sure that person's Sangan resolved, but you don't have to, if all these if-can effects, you don't have to say shit. You just sit there and just like, all right, you could forget it. I won't say anything.
Yeah, but then you become the worst person in the world.
Yeah, it's a weird line, because I've always played like I've tried my best. Like, I'll take back a move if I did something wrong, or I'll have to commit through it. It's like really weird between who you play with. Some people let you, well, just commit to it, and just you lose that card. I'm like, well, technically you can't do that, but sure, I don't really care. And then sometimes it's like, oh, this is how LAD works. If you want to take your card back, I'll let you do it, blah, blah. Like, I've always been a fair guy about it. But it's really sucks when you're in the high level and people are going to, like, you know, do whatever they can to win. And it's really weird, you know?
Exactly as you say. High-level people want to win, no matter what the cost. Even if it means cheating somebody out of something.
Which is, you know, honestly, it is a common thing in life.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people say if you could cheat and get caught and not get caught, wouldn't you do it? Like, a lot of people would say, yeah. It all comes down to those morals, and it's really interesting. that to see the how people's dynamics in this card game, how people interact with each other and treat each other.
Well, one thing that a few players learned over this past weekend, or like a weekend or two ago. Well, when the camera's rolling, you can't hide everything. I was watching.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all talked or touched on it because it kind of coincides with the conversation. ARG Orlando. I was watching the feeds online. So much soft cheating was going on. I'm like, wow. But one example is like with this stellar player in finals. Nobody know who this kid is. He was just wrecking people with what he had. He doesn't have 3 vanities emptiness like everybody else does in the top 16, but he has one. But he was making do with it, making it work. But he was playing this, I would say, named player that had a name for itself, and what the name player constantly kept doing throughout the match is taking back moves and doing things like, I'm going to set this one character, I end my turn, then when this Conteller kid makes this move, he's like, wait, I didn't end my turn, I didn't say that, I didn't say go, and like, stuff like that, and like, that makes me root for the underdog in the situation.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
That is cheating hardcore.
When you end your turn, you end your turn.
Yeah,
that's
it's like you declare end of turn, you pass everything, literally everything to the opponent.
And like, it went against the Teller kid because he was like, did anybody hear me end my turn? His the pro player's trainer was like, nope, he didn't end his turn.
But that's crowd.
The
See, I
judge.
hate that shit too. Well, I don't, to my knowledge, outside, like going back to the other thing, like he walked up to him with his cell phone and did something and then walked away, and then they were texting him. Like, outside players aren't supposed to be interacting, and that's where things get muddy too. You know, everything just gets so muddy all the time when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I've got to say? You know what I've got to say about? You know what I got to say about all that Constellar stuff there, Gandhi? You know what I got to say about that? Here's what I got to say about that. I got a perfect sound clip for that. You ready for this? Here we go. We got it right here. Oh, you ready for this? Ready for it? Right here. Boom.
Unfortunately, if this entire scenario didn't occur on a motorcycle, this whole duel was invalid. You both get a game loss.
There you go. That's what I've got. That's what I say to that. That's what this is. Chris, so next time you're at one of your fancy judging event, propose that rule to everybody. That'll be the end all be all when there's an argument. Be like, all right, guys. That was a good one.
Thing I want to bring up on that scenario that I would like to ask our co-host Judge Chris is like, if for many of those tournament goers, they might come across a situation where it's he said, she said, or he said, most likely, and you try to, in quotes, prepare the game state because stuff happened, effects went off, and nobody thinks any of it besides he's wrong, I'm right. And like when you rewind it, and like you know he's wrong, or on camera he's wrong. We're framed back to the Brandon Abyss versus the Catella player, and it's that replay changes the state of the game. What is your moral standpoint on that?
My moral standpoint, he said, she said, are always difficult situations.
Tell me
I would
about
always go back to the earliest that I could go back to and start it from there. But if it's gone after a while, then there's nothing. There's like it's an irreparable game state, which means it may result in game lost. But if the game state is repairable, then I will repair it to the fullest extent that I can. If it has to mean taking back a couple of things, then it happens. But otherwise, I can't. Like, it's a responsibility of both players to keep the game state constant. And we'll say truthful. It's a responsibility of both players. if a player does not do this, then I may have to issue game loss because based on if I could figure if it is shown that they knew that they were placing an irreplaceable game state or a game state where it was untruthful, then it would be on that player. But otherwise, I would have to continue on. And there are some cases where the game state has to continue on, even though things were missed. But mostly those are optional effects.
Yeah. It's real rough out there. It's only
It
getting
is
rougher.
rough out there. You're
The-
right.
The reason that we need to have these conversations now in the UK community, and really, like, one thing, like, I agree with Patrick Hope and calling people out, I think there was a better way to do it. Like, come on. Like, fuck. I guess, I don't know, in 2015 or 2014 when it happened, to my knowledge, when you did the post, I don't remember exactly what day it was. Might have been 2015. I don't remember. Anyways, like, maybe a forum calling out a big community, calling this guy, I didn't call him trash. I guess he clearly was angry at this person. Was not the best way to do it. Like, I still think at the event, doing the judges is the best way to do it because it makes sense at the time. Doing it later in the fact doesn't necessarily help. The one good thing that came from it is that it got we need to get talk about the stuff because we are getting ARG teams and pros and we actually are getting a legitimate circus where there's money on the line. These things need to be weaved out, and we need to figure out how to best approach the Yu-Gi-Oh community attitude when it comes to handling just game situations and how is the best way to do it, because Konami can definitely handle it, but at the end of the day when Konami runs a tournament there's not money on the line, so they can issue game losses like that, and yeah, someone will be mad. They might have wasted their money traveling there, but when there's a lot of money on the line, things could get pretty edgy there. Like, people get mad, and things a lot more in stake, so it makes sense that at least ARG has to figure out some better plan to handle this, especially if they have recordings. Maybe they find a way since if it's a streamed game, we go back to the recording. Maybe that's something you start doing now. Hell, how about this? Maybe no, that wouldn't work. Never mind. I was going to say, maybe do preliminaries in, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro to help decrease problems like that, but no, that wouldn't. That would be kind of bad. That'd defeat the whole purpose of playing the card game. I just know those conversations need to be had. It's really rough out there, and I do believe community, it happens a lot. I thought it was mostly on the local levels, but hey, what can I say?
What can we all say?
I don't know. It is rough. My whole views on it is, my final verdict is, it is a game and there are people playing. I think cheating is a thing that happens. It's in human nature. Whether it was purposely or mistakenly, it's going to happen. How many times have my card sleeves stuck together and I picked up 2 cards? It's probably happened. How many times maybe I kept track of a lad's life points? It happens. It's just that how do we distinguish between the cheating and the actual mistakes? And we just need to find a better system to record, maybe.
The way to prevent it, like, stop it from being cheating. Maybe keep track on life points, like concrete, and like for card sleeves, just like before every event, like it may be a pain, a hassle to you, but buy new sleeves.
Yeah, I think that is the best way to do that.
Like, there's no reason that your sleeves stick together if they're new.
Yeah.
Like, there is a chance they stick together, but if you have a pack of new sleeves before each event, which I admit costs money and time, but it's like,
if you're doing ARG and, like, what is it, like 5,000s on the line, I think you can afford a $3 pack of Ultra Pros or whatever it is, whatever.
Even a pack of cheap sleeves. A pack of cheap sleeves will run you $250, and you can afford that no problem.
Okay, it was a good question in the chat room. Well, I don't understand why it's formed more in Yu-Gi-Oh! Than in Magic the Gathering. All right, there's a couple. Actually, I have a couple theories to this. One, Magic the Gathering had its roots in the 90s. It is an older card game at the end of the day.
Yes.
So
like
more players have matured, which, believe it or not, is a big factor. And it is a teenager card game, which is also a factor, believe it or not. It is a kid's card game, so a lot of people grew up playing it as a kid. And like Gandhi's example, it's hard to get rid of some habits. When I first started playing 10 years ago, I fucking didn't like the show. I normal summoned that fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I attacked. I ran 3 of those fuckers in my deck. And it's hard for people when they learn the rules. And with like I said, maybe a pro player brought in their buddy, into the competitive scene, and they weren't ready for it, and they didn't handle it. So I think that is the age of it is a factor. We have a lot of young, teenage to college level players that are doing this. They're still at the end of the day, there are still people finding themselves. I hate to be cheesy about it. They're still growing. They're still gaining life experience. And actually, Yu-Gi-Oh is one of those good things. Traveling, meeting people that share an interest with you, staying together in hotels, like that is a bonding activity that can grow. And experiencing these people that cheat also gains your personality, gives some character building that lets you, grow as a person. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! I do believe Yu-Gi-Oh! And card games can do that for you. It's despite us how hard it can be. And I think that is one of the big factors of it. And a second factor, I believe, why it isn't a problem Magic, their tournament structure is handled much better. It really is. Their rules are very clear how things work. There is a real consequence to cheating. I guess getting banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a consequence, I guess. Is like, I don't how impactful is that? Like, you can't go to YCSs, right? That's about it.
Then you go to ARGs.
But you can go, but see, now we have things like ARGs. That's why I said a lot of things that end out. I guess having more banning type scenarios in ARG could
In
be
Magic,
effective.
if you get banned, you are banned from, I believe, Friday night.
Yeah,
Any of
even
them.
yeah.
It's the way they use their servers. I forget what they're called. I forget what it's called.
Yeah,
They
there are
use their servers, though.
reasonably legitimate consequences, and also just even just normal hassles to trying to reapply in and being harder to play the game you love.
Also, yeah, like you said, the rules of Magic are very concrete, and most players know them.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that those are just the two big factors. That I do believe young Yu-Gi-Oh crowd is still a overall younger crowd, even though we are starting to see mid to late 20s and 30-year-olds play Yu-Gi-Oh now, because now that it's been like what 12, 13, actually it's been 15 years now.
About 14, 15.
Yeah. So actually, our age group is getting older now, so it might be a problem that might not happen. Be a problem in 5 to 6 years if the game is still around. And I do think those are the two big factors: the age, the overall age thing, and just that the tournament structure is just not the same on the same level as Magic. That's just what I think it is. Now I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong here, guys. Just tell me what your theories on that are. I don't know. That's just what I think.
That's what we're here for. Tell us your opinions, viewers.
Yes. Those are just the two big things. The reason why I think. If you get banned in Magic, it's huge. Well, I think let's not put getting banned in Yu-Gi-Oh unlikely too, but you can still show up to casuals. You have options now like ARG events and stuff like that, which I feel like again that's why these conversations need to be had, because we are getting more events now where money is on the line and the things can get hairy.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Oh my goodness.
You ain't kidding me, meow.
When two things got crazy.
You ain't kidding me, meow. Let me tell you. So Gandhi, you apparently let's end on a nice note with Yu-Gi-Oh. Apparently you have a tournament report, her deck report that's been going on in the local Western New York area. Why don't you spiel that out for us real quick before we get into Pokemon?
Take it, Gandhi.
I played a controlled version of a meta deck.
Okay.
It's the Fear Machine Full Fort, but I have some interesting main deck checks about it. The thing I do different in mine is I don't really rely on the big push OTK. I'm like the grind and pound version. Also, I mean typically more floodgates than the average one. Because MST and 6 Dust Tornadoes is good, but
You ain't kidding.
Wait, 3 MST and 3 Dust Tornadoes? Holy shit.
That's what I run.
I have Dust Tornado on
That
the
Dango
side.
Senko on the field. Get that Dango Senko.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Damn it, Zero.
I flip between the. See, I don't know. I'm indifferent. I flip between the Dust Tornadoes and the Spell Shattering Arrows. But yeah, go on, Gandhi.
that don't always win you games. This provides more cluggy hands. But one thing I'm doing in there, and I see a trend, is Stormforce.
Oh
It's
God, yeah.
relatively a great card.
Love that card.
Everybody's using that card.
It
Everybody
forces
with
a lot.
triggers.
True.
Yes. It forces a lot of plays. You have no
does.
idea. Also with that, I'm meaning vanities uh, not emptiness, even though I have that in the main too. The monster, vanity, vanity thing. There we go. Couldn't think of the name. But I made a pair of those, and like dropping that early game, it really throws my opponent's deck out of tempo. It just shuts them down because I like vanities, but the monster form is, in my opinion, stronger than the trap form.
Generally, I would agree with you, yeah, because you know, bodies of effects are always generally better. Like Stratos is better than E-Call or fucking. Well, okay, maybe Rhoda can get more, but you know, because having a body that did the effect is always better because you have a monster at the end of the day.
Because my logic on that, everybody is already prepped to destroy spawn traps game one and destroy even more spawn traps game two. So try to be ahead of the curve in that respect.
You know, I agree with your logic because, like, let's see what people are going to run. Maybe Raigeki and Dark Hole. And even now, I think they'll just do Raigeki. So I definitely agree with your logic there.
Yeah, and like the only other two things that I named is that our floodgates are Deep Vision and a Soul Dream. Because those two floodgates don't really hurt the quills that much, and it really hurts the other two meta decks. But the only thing that will be sad about it is what I faced earlier, that knocked me out on my tournament strike to the top, is like the mirror match. The mirror match is when extra floodgates are bad. I went 2-2 on the day. My last big matchup knocked me out, which was my mirror match, which was a little bit faster paced Quillfort deck. And like, I think that's the main way that Quillforts lose. Break hands and a mirror.
Yeah.
I don't really think they fear like the other two as much as they used to post Secrets of Eternity. But that's my opinion on that.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Chris, from what you've seen?
From what I have seen with your deck, I have seen that you need to conceal your plays. Like, keep your plays, like, keep whatever you could do secret until the moment you need it. From what I saw from your deck. Because I've entered one tournament over this weekend, and it was simply Stella Knights versus a lot of things, but at the same time, the players were not top tier, so I was able to overcome the player, not the deck. Because it always boils down to the it always boils down to the pilot, not the plane.
Yeah, there's very rare occasions in Yu-Gi-Oh where the deck can do everything. Like, even I really can't think of any. Maybe Elemental Dragons at one point, but that's the only thing. Even then, you still needed to know when to blast her. Yeah, I agree with you there, Chris. You know, you just gotta know what you're doing at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's always the person, not the.
As much as Yu-Gi-Oh's getting easier and easier, it's still. That's the reason why Patrick Hope and all them still are consistent, because they're still just good guys. I can't think of any other player because we were talking about Jeff Jones, I guess. I don't know. That one Billy Brake still consistently. Like, they're still all consistent players, even at the end of the day. They put in the time.
So what you're saying, Chris, is like, it's pretty close to saying it's the player more heavily than the deck. So
Yes. That is
in this day and format, the phrase or the term autopilot doesn't exist anymore.
It
Well,
does.
Before you go, Chris, I think it's more of like the player's just slightly above it. I don't think it's like Chris. Maybe you might be saying it's like a vastly difference. I think that decks are still more powerful and that it's easier than ever in terms of what to play. You know what I mean? Like, because power creep is a thing, but like I said before, I still think it's still a little bit more of the player skill is still needed. Now, how much is definitely different. Like, I think you only need to be a little bit more. Because once you get to pro level, then it's just like, how can I outwit people at that point? Yeah, but go, Chris. That's what I want to say to that.
I will say that it is the player. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that it takes the person piloting the deck to do more than what the deck does.
So you don't think there's any autopiloting still?
Autopilot can exist, but in the format we are in now, autopilot does not exist.
Okay.
Like, it's not like the old days.
Burning Abyss.
Burning Abyss, you have to know that they blow up when you have a face down. Like, you summon a Burning Abyss. Okay? Face down monster. Pop! If you do not know that, it's not autopilot.
I'm going to quote
But
something back to you, Gandhi, that a wise Yu-Gi-Oh player once said to me. Hey, Matt, I know you don't like Gladiator Beasts, but you still need to know when to bestiary. You still need to know when to pop them at, what to bring out. That's my response to that. A great player once said that to me. You know who that player was? You.
But what I will add to your comment, Chris, is I would say it may not be the full-on autopilot deck, but the margin of error to recover is great with that deck.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and that's the power creep thing. That's what it is.
To be able to recover from the mistake you make is very great. But if you cannot recover from those mistakes, and if the opponent can, like, take advantage of your mistake, then you've lost.
Because
Yep.
I've seen many Burning Abyss make mistakes like that, or forgetting a Sarm Stitch, and still win against a road deck. It's like it's too much of an uphill battle,
Yep.
even given the mistakes.
Yeah, again, Gandhi, I think that's just more, like, again, it's a power creep thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's a power creep
More,
thing. Like, I agree with you, Gandhi. They're still autopiloting, but at the end of the day, I still think that the best player will win. I do. More often than not. I still do. Even though how much it's definitely this power creep is fucking atrocious. And they're making if then you can't, whatever the fuck the wording is. They're doing that all the time now, so it makes it super hard to not recover. I mean, makes it super hard to, if you do fail, to then completely fail. Yeah, I do get what you're saying about Burning Abyss, though. Yeah, they have it. That's one nice thing that Burning Abyss has.
That's a lot. That's a nice thing all the decks have. Like, they don't miss timing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was a good thing, though, because it just makes things easier in the future for rulings. It just makes things easier. I'd rather get the easierness out of it than fucking have to worry about
Yeah, most of the big four.
Yeah, the big four. Wait, big four? Let's see. Pull up Shadow's Burning Abyss. What's the...
It's the Telenites. Come on, they're in there. You maybe call that anti-meta, but...
The Telenites are anti-meta. They're rogue.
I guess. I don't know. I think they're more anti-meta because that's what it comes out. They can handle things. I don't know. Maybe not really. That's just me being dumb. The Selenites are up there. That's 4. Hey, apparently Inferoids, that might be the 4th one. Huh, apparently,
Oh, Corey McDuffel. Let's all listen to him.
Whew. So Gamers Haven sounds pretty good then. Gotta check it out.
It's a nice place to visit.
And it's right next to the Save-A-Lot, so you can get food.
Yeah.
Any food you want. Literally, you can buy cereal and bring it over there. They probably won't let you do that. Alrighty, so that's all. I guess that'll be the final thoughts for Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless, guys, is there anything else you want to get off your chest before we move out? Because I know you came in late. I don't know if you had more to say.
No, I think we covered the main topics pretty well.
Alrighty. So we move on to the Pokemon world then. the thing I have here to talk about is Crobat is becoming a rising fucking superstar in some people's meta decks. Which is
Are you sure about that?
yes, I am very sure this is actually happening.
What a surprise of the 3 packs I bought, I did pull one.
Are we still trying to catch them all?
No.
Aren't we all? The big thing is, it's not specifically Crow. Well, obviously, depending on your lineup, that could vary. But no matter what, you'll need the other 2 evolutions, obviously.
Okay.
Surprise Bite is actually pretty powerful. The idea of dropping 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon actually is pretty significant. 3 damage counters apparently is enough to be significant. I've seen it mostly in like Hypnotoxic laser type decks.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, so because the idea obviously is you're distributing damage counters, and then obviously
And if you have the other
laser.
Crobat in your field, you're taking much more damage.
Yeah, and then Hypnotoxic laser will do that last bit of damage you need to knock out that maybe your active Pokemon in that situation, obviously. But I've seen it teamed up with other types of decks as well. I saw like, what was it? Like Yveltal decks utilize it a little bit. I've seen Mega Kangaskhan decks kind of dabble with it a little bit. Seen quite a few different decks with it, and it's pretty interesting to see that. Because if you look at Golbat, actually does 2 damage counters, and Zubat I think does none, or his ability is he has free retreat cost if he has no energy. Assuming using that Zubat.
I believe every single stage in this one has no retreat cost. He doesn't, I know that.
So it's pretty interesting to see that this Crobat is being teched in some types of decks.
My main problem with him is that he's weak to lightning, and Raichu is a thing, especially against Yveltal.
Yeah, you know, with a day of error where everyone's playing Lysander, they could probably pick it off the bench and then take it out real easily.
Exactly. He's not something. He's weak as shit to only do 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Again,
Yeah.
he can do that whenever he fucking wants, since he has. You know, you can put 3, I guess, on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and then with Skill Dive, you can do it again
Mhm.
as many times. For 1, that's not. Ugh. It's just. Ugh.
Another deck
Not
I
he did 1, and he did 60 damage.
yeah. The main partner I've seen with the Crobat, though, if you're going for like a pure build, like instead of just throwing in, I've seen people just team it up with Landorus. The idea is that, well, Landorus is obviously doing 30 and then hitting the bench, hitting that bench, and then when you're bringing
Protects
stuff
the
out.
bench, but I believe there is a card that protects the bench. I forget what card it is.
Yeah, there's still was it
There's
Mr.
a
Mime?
one
Mr. Mime is still there to prevent damage from effects and attacks. But it
also,
doesn't-
Squirtle, that one Squirtle is protected from bench damage.
yeah. Crobat gets around that though because it just places damage counters. So
Yes. Oh, that's right. He does.
yeah. So idea here is you're picking them slowly with the Landorus and a Hulucha too. I've seen people team it up with, and then that Crobat. When you're playing that Crobat, that's the last 3 on there, or just a little bit you need to knock out Pokemon for free, which is pretty interesting. I don't know how much this will be popular. It's just a quick little trend that's been going on these past week and a half, but it has been popping up quite frequently.
I don't think he'll be that popular. It's just against like.
I kind of feel that too because it's a stage 2 for God's sake. No, stage 3. Yeah, stage 3. No,
It's a
but
stage 2.
Stage 2. That's it.
You-
It goes
you need
stage
to
1,
evolve
2. I
this.
always think the Mega is like. Oh, sorry, it threw me off. Yeah, you're devoting a lot of Pokemon space to that, and I agree with you. I think it's just gonna be a trend for a little while. It might pass, but we'll see. I thought fucking Donphan would be a trend, a quick thing that would
You
go
thought
away.
Donphan would be a trend?
But then
No.
Strong Energy happened. That's what it fucking was. Strong Energy just changed everything. Thought that would be gone. Never thought that was gonna be a thing. So I could be wrong. But hey.
Can you imagine having strong energy back with the other Donphan in standard? Now Donphan does 80 for 1. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, really. Ugh.
Anything you do to him is damaged by 20. Don't you dare.
Yep. But that's honestly the biggest thing going on in Pokemon. Like, I've seen Mega Kangaskhan take a rise again, but the thing is, Romatese decks are not as strong as they used to be anymore now because Enhanced Hammer's back, and you're heavily reliant on Rainbow Energy. So that's why that took a dive immediately, which sucks because it was actually a really cool deck. But you could still try. It's still very powerful to use an Aromatisse deck at this point in history. It's just, you gotta worry about that Enhanced Hammer now. Get rid of all your shit. Get rid of all your shit. The last big deck I really been facing a lot. I've seen a lot of people just make best dot deck, which means put Yveltal, put Mewtwo, literally just take the best fucking Pokemon.
Put Darkrai EX in there. Put fucking.
I actually seen people do what's I always say his name, Vizeron? No.
Vizeron?
Yeah, I've seen they literally just put the best cards because they'll use rainbow energy. And it's like, oh, it's got grass now. And I'm like, God damn it! They're literally just taking the best cards and putting it in a fucking deck.
Vizeron's more of support to prevent against hyper-toxic laser than anything else.
Yeah, like they're literally just taking the best fucking cards and putting it in deck. I've seen a lot of that recently. You motherfuckers.
That's just not really much skill. That sounds like a kid just throwing whatever he wants in there.
I'm hoping that's what it was, because fuck. But there are really a lot of powerful Pokemon right now. Like, we still got Mewtwo. Like, even though Yveltal's better, but Mewtwo is still really good. Don't get me wrong.
I would argue that Mewtwo is better than Yveltal.
Let's see.
Because double colorless, he can start attacking, versus Yveltal, who needs a dark and a colorless to start doing it.
True. And I'm trying to think how much. I think there is a significant amount of lightning out now.
Let's Raichu against.
Yeah.
As
Let's
far
see.
as
How much
Psychic?
Psychic? Let's see.
Not a lot of Psychic is being used.
Only thing I can think of is Mewtwo itself.
Mewtwo, yeah, that's about it.
About it. Well, yeah, maybe you got some strong theories there. I like that. Definitely agree. That could be a good argument you could make about Mewtwo being better. Yveltal, that guy.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe if Dark Patch is in Standard. It's in Extended, but it's not in Standard. So maybe in Extended, Yveltal's better because of Dark Patch. That's the only thing I can think of that would make him better.
I don't think so.
Hey man, Dark Patch is powerful, and that's in Extended right now. Extended is fucking nuts. They've got all these great cards they can use. They can make some pretty powerful decks.
I would not
Quasar,
like
man.
to see a Dark Claw on a fucking Yveltal.
Patch, Claw.
that's
Let's just put it all on the Yveltal.
40 times the amount of energy attached. What? Against.
And then let's
You
just
have
make
to?
a strong
I have
energy
to?
for like dark
Take-
types.
180 damage, sure.
Yeah, why
Turn
not?
2.
Oh man, that's crazy stuff. But yeah, that's all that's really going on in Pokemon right now. Just kind of going through, just enjoying Pokemon, enjoying all the fun you can have with it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so I guess that'll be our show then. Yeah, that's all I want to talk about, I guess. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Gandhi made it during the Gandhi hour. Nice to have him on, Gandhi. Nice to have you on. We had a lot of viewers this episode, I'll say. It was, I don't know if they were just laughing at us because of all the technical issues or they actually enjoyed our conversations. We appreciate it, guys.
Or if Chris is playing Birth by Sleep there.
Or maybe that's why everyone's like...
Yes, I
Or-
was, actually.
They're
Or you're
like-
playing Birth by Pod.
Birth by Pod. What a way to end it. Yes.
Birth by Pod.
So make sure you guys check out megascripture.com for all the VODs and all the other shows. We actually got a lot of other stuff going on. And then we have someone who's joining in right when we're ending. Sorry about that. This has been episode number 96. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. I said what episode it is before I finished. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, the main phase. Like us on Facebook. Search
You know
Mega
what it was,
Scorchers,
Mac?
the main
I
phase.
mentioned Birthing Pod and somebody came in.
That's what it is. They're like, Birthing Pod? What? They're talking about Birthing Pod? Is that what it is? Gotta get in here. Gotta get in
I
here.
hear the rage.
Gotta hear the rage. You can like us on Facebook. Search Mega
You
Scorchers,
won't
the
hear the
main
rage
phase.
here. I'm happy it's gone.
You can join the forums to continue discussion beyond the show. We'll even provide deck doctors. Of course, only one has ever happened, but hey, that was nice. You never know, it could happen more. You
Yep.
can email us, Megascorchers the main phase. I'm sorry, the main phase Megascorcher. That's what it is. Actually, I think that's what's the problem. At gmail.com.
Yeah, Gmail. Okay.
If you say something funny, we'll read your comment on the show. Well, again,
We
thank
will.
you all guys for
If
coming.
there's anything in there, we'll read it.
It's been episode number 96, January 25th, 2015. We'll see you all next week. Peace out, home dogs.
See you.
Yep. Thank you.